Hey everybody, welcome in. It's the LL Sports Podcast. How are you? With Jason Guarente, Jeff Reinhart here, LNP and Lancaster Online. Jason, how's your spring, my friend?
Pretty good. The tiny notebook is full there, I say.
Is.
So you got a lot to talk about.
Yeah, we have a lot to talk about. There's a lot going on. This is kind of the last full week of like regular season / first round of playoffs. We got LL track finals at the end of the week. There's a lot going on. We'll try to cover it all. Where would you like to start? Pick a sport, any sport, and we'll start there.
Well, this is one of the best weeks. It goes into next week where the league playoffs happen in all the sports. It starts this week and it continues. And I think that's the best time of every season.
Yeah, agreed.
Because winning the league championship is personal to the people who live here.
Yes, big time.
You can tell from the readership numbers, there's a lot more interest in the league championship than even districts or states. So this is a good time. You want to do what, track or?
How about tennis?
We do tennis because tennis is like 90% of the way through the season.
Yeah, they're like blowing everybody away here. They're through districts. With singles anyway. And the LL finals were last week. Tip of the cap to Braylen Garcia from Hempfield. He won the LL 3A singles championship, beat Kurt Chung from Manheim Township, and then went to Hershey Racket Club. You've been to Hershey Racket Club.
I have.
Yeah. Nice.
Hasn't everyone?
Yeah, I think so. Great play. Really nice place to watch tennis, I'll tell you what. And he ran into Ryan Palagin from Manheim Township, and Garcia won again. He won the District 3 3A championship. So Brayden Garcia having a spring on the hard courts, LL singles champ, District 3 3A, district singles champ. So tip of the cap to him. I think they still have to do like district team, district doubles, and then they will shuffle off to states in tennis. So far, so good for the LL contingent with a 3A district champ. We will monitor moving forward the guys on the tennis court this spring. Okay, tip of the cap to them. Next.
Let's do baseball because the quarterfinals are Thursday.
Yikes.
And we are taping on Monday, May 4th. So it's here, and the tournament's over a week from today.
Wow.
It's 3 games, a Thursday, Saturday, Monday tournament, barring any rainouts. So it's 3 games in 5 days. So you got to have pitching.
Got to have your pitchers lined up.
Through. Well, we know 7 of the 8 teams that are going to be in the field, but we have no idea who's going to play anyone because none of the championships outside of Section 4 are decided. Today, Monday, 2 of the best games of the year. 2 basically section championship games.
Love them.
Where LS is at Warwick. Both are 7-2, so winner gets the outright title. And Donegal's at Manheim Central. Both teams are 8-1 in the league, so the winner of that gets the section title. Straight up, no tiebreakers, no co-champs,
no decimal points.
It's just win, and you are the section champ.
Beautiful.
Section 1, Township's 8-1 and Hempfield's 7-2. So Township can clinch if they beat Cedar Crest. If they end up tied, it goes to power ratings and it's close. So Hempfield's rolling, though. Hempfield's won 11 in a row. They went into Township and thumped the Blue Streaks Friday night, 6-0, 1-hit shutout. So they're playing really well. So
who was the pitcher who starred that night? I saw you wrote about him.
Logan Doherty, who's a shortstop, who's just kind of become a pitcher as the season has gone along. They used him against LS, and he was great. And he's like, I want the ball against Township, and he shut him down.
Nice. 1
hit, a single up the middle. So, that was a heavyweight battle. Township, it was their last game under the lights. And it was, to lose that game couldn't have been fun. So we know Township, Hempfield, LS, Warwick, Donegal, Central are in. We just don't know who's the 1 seed and 2 seed. Section 4, Northern Lebanon's the champ. And then Lancaster Catholic and Peckway are tied.
Okay.
So if they stay tied, it'll go to power ratings, which would be Peckway right now. But they each have 1 game left, so the tie they'll be the last team. And in the bracket, 2 plays 4 and 3 plays 1. So you would get Township and Hempfield against Central and Donegal, that pairing. And then you would get LS and Warwick against Northern Lebanon and whoever else.
Those are all good teams.
Yeah,
that's a fun tournament.
Yeah, it is. There's 5 or 6 that could win, and it wouldn't be a surprise really at all. So
finals are at the Stormers Park?
It is. Penn Medicine Park Monday night.
Beautiful. Okay. Softball, let's stay on the diamond. Thank you, Dave Byrne, for the notables. We tape Monday morning. There's 11 games on Monday and 1 on Tuesday. Here's what we know. Section 1, Warwick, section champ, 9-0 at the start of the week. 4th straight section championship. First outright title since 2021. Warriors are in. Solanco, outright Section 2 champ, 9-0. They'll go for 10-0. 4th straight section title, 25th overall.
Yeah, it's a powerhouse down there.
That's a lot of section championships. That's a whole lot. And Solanco's the defending champ. Section 3 champ, Northern Lebanon, 9-0 at the start of the week. 5th straight section title for the Vikes. They're in, and Donegal will be second place in Section 3. They're in. Section 4 champ, Lancaster Catholic, 7-0 at the start of the week. Second straight section title for the Crusaders. LL quarterfinals. Section champs will host on Friday. Semifinals next Monday at Ephrata Middle School. Championship game next Wednesday at Ephrata Middle School. They have that really cool, neat new softball turf park at Ephrata Middle School. If you haven't been there, check it out. It's really nice. Okay, next.
It's interesting how in the bat and ball sports, some
Yes.
schools that are not traditional sports success stories are very good, who don't compete.
Oh.
Like you look around, like for example, Donegal beat Central York in baseball, for example.
Yeah.
That would never happen in basketball.
Probably not.
Or even football. Like it's the one big school sport where like the medium-sized guy can hang with the big dog.
Although Donegal basketball did beat Newman Guarente once.
Oh, yeah.
I was there. I saw it. I witnessed it.
That was like
It
a
happened.
once-in-a-lifetime team. Can't count on that happening.
Yeah, those kids have that story forever.
That was like a lightning bolt. You know, Donegal wasn't very good for a long time, had this incredible team, and hasn't been all that great since.
Yeah, that was an all-timer. Okay, what do you got? Give me something.
Well, let's do track.
Sure.
Because we're heading into the league championships.
Oh, yes.
Track, it's
Time.
It's sprint to the finish time.
Yeah.
Because leagues are this week, districts are next weekend, and states are Memorial Day weekend. The season's over May 23rd. Yep. So you got less
Happens
than 3
fast.
weeks.
Happens fast.
This is where everyone wants to be peaking and posting their best distances and times. Mm-hmm. They have the Westchester Henderson Invitational
last week.
Friday before everyone goes into their conference tournaments like the LL will this weekend. It's the last really big meet in this region, in this area, and has all the District 1 powers. So it's a good test.
Good competition.
For the District 3 schools that go down there.
No doubt.
So the big number was Vivian Salerno,
Yes.
McCaskey sophomore, who ran the 800 in 2:07:57, which is an LL record. And only the second girl to ever break 2:10. So that shows you how low.
And she beat that by 2 full seconds.
2.5, yeah.
Wow.
The record was Elena Yoder, which was 2:09:98. Which was 2017. She's a Solanco grad. So
she shattered that.
Yeah, and she's that 2:09 is a great record. I covered track in Berks County, and the record was like 2:12. So that's just the greatest runner in Berks County history hasn't broken 2:10. That shows you how low these numbers are.
And Salerno is a sophomore.
She's a sophomore, yeah.
Oh, that's scary.
And she was one of those that you knew like her middle school times were ridiculous, and if she just stayed on that trajectory, which is hard. It's hard.
Oh yeah, big time.
When you're on an arc to end up at 2:05 to get there, but she's been able to do it so far. She keeps getting a little bit lower, and she's got 2 more years to go. So we'll see.
That's amazing.
This didn't get any fanfare really. But Carolyn Main at McCaskey ran a 4:56:87 1600, which is 9th in LL history. That's really fast.
You're in the top 10 in that.
In the mile.
That's really good.
And the way it is now, distance times just every year, it's like there's new records being set. The runners are getting a little bit better. So, yeah, she's a name that's barely been mentioned, but she's one of the distance standouts in the LL for sure.
I saw the McCaskey 4x1 won.
47:16. Yeah, that's they're a state championship contender for sure.
Crossan, Petrosky, Grover, and Miller, 4x1 champs, 47-16.
They own the league record. They set that. So last season when they first got together.
That's really moving. I texted you this when I saw it. Formansky won the 16. PR 416-17.
Yeah.
Great, good.
It's a good time.
Where
it's
he
not
should
a great
be.
time. Yeah. Well, it's just this is it now. He's more of a 2-miler, or at least I thought he was.
Yeah.
But he has not put up a big 3,200 time this season, so I don't know.
Saving it.
Maybe. I mean, he could be.
Saving it.
You don't have to, go for your PR every weekend, especially as a distance runner. But yeah, 8 seconds off his PR. You have the Millers at Manheim Township.
They were amazing.
Craig and Brad Miller, who are in like the 406 range.
Yeah, they're in their own league.
Yeah, you get
those guys are crazy.
Most of the best are around 410, 411. That's where Aiden Hodge was, and people like that. So
Did you cover the Millers? I covered the Millers.
I did, yeah.
And they just like cross country. Was it Craig was the really, really good one who went to Wisconsin?
Yeah. Brad had the misfortune of being the second best Miller twin, and he was unbelievable.
Yeah, he was great. Craig, I remember watching him in cross. He would sprint the entire cross country. He would sprint the whole thing, and he would come across the line. And then there was nobody for like a minute or two. He dominated.
The thing about that is, in distance running, every record is getting shattered and broken.
Right now it is, yeah.
But not
those.
He was so far ahead of everybody back then that he's still ahead of the pack now. That's incredible.
He was amazing. Two other things jumped out at me from the Henderson. Sofia Rivera won the discus and the shot. So she's tuning up quickly to defend her state titles in both. And Proke hit 200 again in the jab.
Yeah, that's
202.8.
Yeah, when you start throwing 200 on multiple occasions, you're up there.
And again, you probably know this off the top of your tongue, top of your head. What's the jab record in the yellow?
Well, it depends which jab you use.
Yeah.
I believe it's still Cedar Crest Thomas Jordan with this javelin. Yeah.
220
something,
221, something like that. Yeah. So that's really winging it. So we'll see how those guys do. LL track finals, don't miss it. What,
2-day event at Hempfield, Saturday.
Friday, Saturday, a lot of prelim heat stuff on Friday on the track. But that should be great. Okay, volleyball. We're getting close, Jace. This is the last week of volleyball. Tuesday, Thursday. Here's what we know. Hempfield, 10-0, outright section champ. Black Knights are undefeated, playing great. Beat Crest last Thursday to clinch the title outright. Second place is a mess. Penn Manor, 6-4. Cedar Crest, 6-4. Warwick, 6-4. Wow, that's messy. Ephrata, 6-5. So Ephrata also has 6 wins. They only have 1 match left. Everybody else has 2 left. Hempfield's in. They'll host the semifinals next Monday. Crest, Penn Manor, Warwick, Ephrata. Flip a coin. One of them's going to survive and get in. Section 2, Conestoga Valley, 12-0, undefeated overall. Clinched a tie for the section. They can win it outright Tuesday at Lancaster Mennonite. I'm going to go to that to see if the Bucks clinch outright. Mennonite's struggling. They're 0-15. They only have like 10 kids maybe in the program. Not a great year for the Blazers. But if CV wins over there on Tuesday, they win it outright. Cocalico 10-2 is in second. Manheim Central 9-3. Lost to CV again last week. Still in it. If Cocalico and Manheim Central finish tied for second, which could happen because Cocalico has to play CV on Thursday, Barons are minuscule points, decimal points ahead of Cocalico in District 3 power ratings. We'll see who gets that. Semis at Hempfield next Monday. Volleyball championship next Thursday at Ephrata Middle School. Ephrata Middle School is hosting everything. It's the mecca of LL sports.
Yeah, there's a lot of land there, so they built some pretty nice sports venues.
They have very nice facilities over there. Lax? Have we hit Lax?
We haven't. Almost everything's decided.
Looks like it.
Yeah. On the girls' side, Township is 8-0 and Hempfield's 8-1.
Yeah.
So they're both in. It's just a question of first or second.
Yep. Township at Hempfield Wednesday.
Yeah, and they won the first time. So
yes.
If they were to do that again, they would clinch outright.
Correct.
Section 2, LS is 8-1,
Mm-hmm.
and then there's a tie for second with Warwick and Cocalico.
Yes.
7-2. Warwick beat Cocalico last week, 8-5.
They did. They split their season series, so that's going to come down to some kind of a
Well,
tiebreaker,
Warwick has
maybe?
to go to LS still.
Interesting.
So if Warwick gets beat by LS, Cocalico can jump into second by itself. Cocalico has E-Town left. So I'd probably rather have Cocalico's schedule than Warwick's schedule.
Probably,
because
yes.
LS is the section.
But that's why
front-runner.
you play the games.
Oh,
Jace.
nothing's decided. It's very
Nothing.
close.
Boys?
Boys side, Township has Section 1 at 9-0. They swept Penn Manor, which is 7-3, and is in the field. It goes straight to the semifinals for Lacrosse. LS is 8-1. Warwick and Cocalico are 7-2. So we have the same situation we have in Section 2, where we have a tie for second place. So Warwick again has to play LS. So Cocalico is in the same situation where they can get a loss, they can jump in there.
Yes. Boys and girls lacrosse finals, May 12th. That's my mom's birthday, by the way. At Conestoga Valley doubleheader, 5 and 7, I believe. Girls first, boys first. I don't remember. But CB will host that on May 12th. Okay, other things we need to mention, with all apologies to Ben Mann. We thought Evan Simon, Nolan Rucci, and Nate Reed were the only LL guys that are going to sign NFL free agent contracts. Ben Mann, Mannheim Township grad, how quickly we forget. He was just there. He actually won the Brackbill Student Athlete Award in his senior year, which is a big deal.
Yes.
That's like the highest individual honor you can win in the LL. That's a really big deal. Started his football career at Yale. Nice. Finished up at Boston College. Long snapper, and one of the top-ranked long snapper guys coming out of college. He signed with the New York Giants. Your thoughts?
Well, he could be snapping to Evan Simon, who also
maybe.
Well, I guess Evan Simon wouldn't punt, but still, But so Evan Simon and Ben Mann on the same team, and Matt Nagy's the offensive coordinator.
Interesting.
So big LL connection there.
I would say.
I don't really know how it works with long snappers, like how difficult it is to land a spot on the roster. I assume every team has one,
At
right?
least one, yeah.
So, I have no idea what their long snapping situation is.
I did read that the Giants signed a long snapper guy, and he got like $1 million deal.
Yeah.
So that's a lot, yeah.
And you could stay in the league forever if you're good
Doing
at
that,
it.
kicking and long snapping.
Yeah.
And then they signed, and Ben Mann got a guaranteed deal. It wasn't $1 million deal, but he got guaranteed money. So they want to give him a shot to win the job against the $1 million guy.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We'll see how that
And
goes.
then eventually Ben Mann becomes the $1 million guy.
He could
right?
be.
That's the
He could
dream.
be.
Yeah.
He could be. Okay. Drum roll, please. Finally, the boys basketball
happened.
all-state team came
We did
out.
it.
Well done. Jason, details.
We got to the mountaintop. It only took 5 weeks.
Yeah, like 2 months. Well, the season was over in mid-March. We have all-state. What do you got?
We're methodical on
Yes.
the boys.
That's good. That's good.
2 LL kids.
Yes.
Timmy Hambright
Mm-hmm.
and Chase Hurst.
There you go.
Timmy in 5A, Chase in 3A. Future college teammates
There you go.
at Lancaster Bible College. Hambright was second team and Hurst was third team. So,
Okay.
I mean, they're the only 2 from the LL. Great honor. It's incredibly difficult to be
Oh, big
all-state.
time.
You get a ballot, just so people know the process, and there's about 40 names in each section, and you can write down 12.
Yeah.
And there's always more than 12
Oh,
who
usually.
deserve it.
Especially when you're talking 6A.
Oh, in
5A.
6A, there's like 30 you
Yeah.
could easily vote for.
Yeah.
So it's a hard process. You got to narrow it down, and there's a lot of people I want to vote for that I just don't have space to vote. 2A, Drew Tibbins,
Yes.
Linville Hill Christian,
Yes.
1,000-point scorer and state champion as a junior. He averaged 24 points a game this year.
Big year.
So he took that leap from being a point guard to being more of a shooting guard and a points person, and got to All-State. So that's the end of that chapter for Linville Hill,
Yes.
where they had 3 All-State players
Wow.
and the coach of the year.
And a coach of the year.
So, yeah, that was a pretty amazing run.
I'd say.
In 1A, Bryce Correa from Coventry Christian and Mason Rogers from High Point. Correa second team, Rogers third team. They're the other
There you go.
Commonwealth Christian Athletic Conference.
I never really look at the team, like second team, third team. I just look at them as all state. Like it's 5, 5, and 5, 15. So you're one of the 15 best kids based on the bios we write and the votes that you garner. I never really look at it that way. I just say they're all state. And I'll add a sentence that says, third team. Is that crazy? Or
No,
does it really matter if you're third or first? Or
when you rank these players and you rank someone, you have to write them 1 through 12 is how it happens on the boys' side. If you pick a kid third and you pick a kid seventh, they're virtually the same.
Exactly.
I mean,
sure.
Their careers are both incredible, impeccable, and it's just you got to put them in an order. So, and that's how the numbers add up.
Yeah, the only one that I really study and look at a little longer is the kid I write on the one line.
Yeah,
because that's for player of the year. So that's got to be like a legit kid, state final, state champ, 2,000 point, 1,000 point kid going on to D1. That's the only time I really look at that.
It's just the only way to do this is to look at numbers in a bio and pick. And you don't see what percentage of the players you go for.
Oh, sure.
All the ones out
No idea.
west. Yeah, you don't see a lot of them. So you're really going off numbers and the recommendation of other writers and things like that. So, but to get to the first team, you almost have to be a state championship contending player. Like you have to be on one of those teams.
Yes.
To get the first team, or just be like an out of this world talent.
Sure,
like
that we know. Like this guy's going to Pitt.
Yeah,
full
something
ride,
like that.
2,000 points.
So
okay.
like Timmy's on Cocalico and they got the second round of states. It's almost impossible to be first team all state if you do that.
Yeah,
because there's just not enough people see you. You don't play long enough.
And I'm glad you nominated Tibbins because they got. No, they didn't get in. They didn't make states.
They made districts and lost the first game.
Yeah, so they didn't make states, but I thought he was deserving, just like a career honor for him.
I think so. I mean, when he needed to be a pass first player, he became that and won a state championship.
Yeah,
and so you can't say, well, his points don't count because he shot a lot because they had a lot and they needed his scoring. He did the other thing too, so he's done it all. He's been the team first guy. He's been the score first guy. To me, that's worthy.
Yeah, I didn't vote for boys because I see no boys games, but I would have voted for him, no doubt about it. Here's my pet peeve in sports. You ready for it?
Okay.
What is it? What's that baseball stat? On base plus OPS.
OPS, yeah.
It's 1.0000. I hate it when people say his OPS is 1,000. It's a decimal point. It's not a comma. It's OPS is 1. It's 1. Am I? I hate that. It's slang. His OPS is 1,100. No, it's 1.100.
But if it's under 1,000, you would say 963.
Which
right?
I think is
you wouldn't
okay.
say .963.
Technically, you should, and it's all slang, but I'm a baseball nerd, and that drives me nuts.
Just hope someone on the Phillies has a 1,000 OPS, and then you don't have to worry about it.
Oh, my gosh. I was on the ledge last week, man. When that losing streak hit 10, you had to talk me in.
It's a long season.
I know.
A long season. They'll still be doing this when the section playoffs or section games are starting in football.
In football.
They'll still be playing baseball.
Yeah, you are correct. That drives me crazy. Hey, announcer guys, OPS is 1. It's not 1,000. Stop it. All right. Anything else? We're getting off track.
I don't think so. Playoff time. So by the
Playoffs.
time we meet again, we should have the championship game matchups and all of the track champions.
And all the, we'll probably lead with that next week. See if anybody takes down any LL records. We'll see how Miss Howard does at Cedar Crest, see if she starts her postseason off right.
Yeah, the other thing I didn't mention is right now the LL girls record holder in the 100, 200, 400, and 800 are all active.
All active. And those are huge.
Incredible. Those are records that will stand probably for a long time.
Or until these kids reset them in a week or two.
Whenever they leave, whatever number they leave it at, that's going to be a tough one to reach.
Yeah, really. Unless there's some 7th or 8th grader down there we don't know yet who's coming fast. Give me your prediction for LL track finals. Give me something. Give me one off the wall prediction.
Off the wall prediction. Furmansky runs 9 minutes in the 3,200.
Okay.
Right around there.
Okay.
Maybe under.
and wins gold and starts his postseason haul.
Yeah, that would be my guess. I have not followed it real closely, but it's split up into 2 days. So you can run the 32 and you can run the 16. It's not going to be too hot, hopefully. So, yeah.
Okay. My bold prediction will be Pro K goes over 205 and wins.
Yeah, that's really weather dependent. You need a warm day.
Not a windy, chilly day.
Yeah, and it's tough there sometimes. It gets the wind, it kicks around that open space.
If it's a nice, warm time when he's throwing.
205.
Say 205 and Pro K wins gold in Jav.
Okay, it's good. Some good contenders there in the Jav. That'll
Should be fun. Okay, we'll wrap it all up next week and set you up for who's left and what's next. There's a lot going on, folks. Okay, it is the LL Sports Podcast. Thank you for listening. For Jason Guarente, Jeff Reinhart here, LMP and Lancaster Online. Thank you, Tyler. Enjoy the weather, enjoy the sports, and we will catch you next week. Thanks.